Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a Let's Play with Zero. Today we're going to be playing a Hyper Light Drifter. It's actually been one of my favorite games, and that is really loud. We'll have to fix that here in a second. Settings control. Let's turn that down a little bit, huh? Alright, cool. Yeah, Hyper Light Drifter, guys. Really great game. I gotta say, I've done a lot of research on it prior to, and I've actually already played it, so we'll just go standard empty. And wow, they have added quite a bit to this. Let's just go with 0. Still really loud. So what I gotta say, they've added quite a bit to this when I first played. I think I might have gotten involved in this game when it was in early beta or late beta, not sure. The game itself is very incredible. The storytelling behind this, the ideas, the concepts are, I gotta say, they're immaculate. I am very impressed with this game, and if you haven't played it, you need to play it. This art style is probably some of the best 16:8 whatever bit it is. Probably the best I've ever seen. And again, let's go ahead and let this just play through, because it is really loud. It's hard to talk, and I already adjusted the volume, and it doesn't look like it's going to do us any good. Freaking out here, tripping. Oh. Omnius Doggy. Lovecraftian style fixtures in the distance, not sure. Okay. The overall feel seems a lot smoother from when I originally played. There seems to be like a little more, maybe it's just because I upgraded my PC recently. I didn't think it'd be that difficult to kind of render this type of graphic, but it does seem a little smoother, a little nicer. That's a scientific term, by the way. Smooth and nice. So for you guys who don't know or haven't done any research on this or haven't played or even heard of it, the game itself is based on a creator. The creator himself, he's I don't know if he has a terminal illness or if it is, in fact, he's fighting it right now. I believe he still is. And the game is about mortality, which is easily displayed. And you can see right now, Marty Hack, the green or purple, red goo. Yeah, it is definitely a lot smoother. Why? Yep, okay. Wow. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. So I have played this already, guys. I won't lie about that. This is not a speed run. This is actually, I want to play through it again. I want to play through it with you guys, and I want you guys to enjoy this. I think that this game needs a lot of attention. I think that I know obviously it probably already has quite a bit, but I don't think it's enough. So it's again very smooth. If you're gonna pick it up, now's the time to pick it up. Very fast paced, very very in your face, very visceral, and something that I'd like to play. There's a game called Nother that just came out, and I wanted to press Y to ping the HUD. Oh, okay. There's a game called Nother that just came out, but it's still really buggy. It keeps crashing on me, so we might be getting to that later. But for now, we're gonna play through the. Oh yeah, the gun. Nice. And I think. Okay. Been a while. Been a while since I played this. That's not obvious. So impressive. It's such an impressive shot. Yeah, the game Nother, it looks really cool, and I want to play it, but man, it is buggy. It keeps crashing on me. It's not very enjoyable, and I'm not trying to bash the game at all. I'm sure there's still updates on it. They're still trying to fix some things with it. But until then, we're gonna hold off. We're just gonna play this for now. And I got a couple other games. I want to do a whole indie game series. Basically, just do Let's Plays of all the indie games that are out there right now, especially this style game. And what I would say about this style game is something that I think has been missing out for a long time. Oh, yep. Oh, wow. Sometimes, yeah, there's still things that I didn't even see. But there's something that a lot of games have been missing out on, and that is all these tutorials. All these wild, like, in-depth tutorials on how to do everything and anything in the game. Like, at that point, you might as well just play the game for me. What games like Hyper Light Drifter and games like Super Metroid and Dark Souls to give you kind of like an idea, like a wide variety there. I shouldn't say like RPG wise, but like just time wise, is that they've basically torn the tutorial concept out of the game, and that is something that needs a lot more attention, needs a lot more focus on, because when you put all these tutorials in these games, you take away a lot of the fun. Majestic, beautiful. All right. And when you do that, it takes away the immersion. You just I think people just get wrapped up in like the graphics and the sequels and like the big name companies pumping out all these different games. You know, nope. Oh yeah, this is pretty wild. Again, and this is just totally random. This is not something. It's not random, I should say. It's you can't predict this happening. And I think that like really helps you bring like and you feel totally helpless. You want to help. You want to do something, but you can't. And I like the Lovecraftian art style in Hyper Light Drifter. It's pretty cool. That very ominous, dark. It's mysterious. You don't know what's going on, and the fact that they haven't told you anything is also very cool. That you're just trying to figure things out as you're watching. Things are depicted in pictures and like mechanics and the art style. Very gets you involved. Like you wouldn't really know what's going on. Like is there a relationship between these two guys? What's the dog about? What's that ominous figure? What were those giant pillars in the beginning? You don't know. And you're just playing because it's easy and it's smooth and it's fun. And I think a lot of games miss out on that now because they're just more like, oh, let's just pump out as many like games as we can and don't worry about the mechanics. Don't worry about like people trying to get involved or immersed in it. Like we'll just give them another game right after that. Yes. Cool. All right. I think this is like you have to unlock each. There's four sections to this area, and you have to go to each one and unlock certain amounts of basically how like OG games were. OG, wow. Basically, you go back and you gotta kill all the bosses. Yeah, it's a simple concept that obviously a lot of games utilize, but at the same time, I think when you bring that idea of simplicity to it, people they're not in tune with it. They say, okay, the fact that they give you 4 quarters, like I have 4 quarters I gotta fill out here, and I gotta take those 4 quarters and I have to go gather them from each area. There's like north, south, east, and west. And what I have to do is go there and acquire them. Not so much any different than like I guess a quest list, but you don't know that. You don't know that you have to, like, is that what I do? I only know because I've already played. But what they're saying is like look, you have 4 areas, or you have these 4 areas. Just figure out where they have to go. Like, okay, so that is something like, you know, this is important. I have to do something with it. Another example of that is, if you guys remember, if you ever played Super Metroid, the room that took you to the final lair, to the Metroid, or the Mother Brain's lair, there was this gold Omnius statue that had all of it had Craig, it had Phantom Eye, Ridley, and there's one more I can't what was his name? Fish Mother thing. I don't know, but you didn't know what it was, and you didn't know how it functioned. But it was really cool, really interesting. Like, what do I do with this? And you wouldn't know. And if you had to keep going back and looking at it, and every time you thought about it, the thing would, you know, it'd do something. This again, those concepts in these games are like, that's milestone. That is like high quality development material. And I think a lot of games miss out on that. And I'm glad that, you know, there's like, we're in this age where these retro gamers. I'll get back in a second. But this is awesome, guys. There's no dialogue. They pin a point on the map. I'm guessing he's an explorer, and he's like, hey, there's something up here, big scary skull. I'm guessing probably a boss. But and all he tells, and this is it. That's all you get. You just get a picture, and you're like, okay, what? So what do I do? Where do I go? Well, you don't figure it out. That's part of the game. A lot of games, they just become standardized at this point. Like, here's the dialogue, follow it. Here's what we do. Here's the list of stuff. Go get it. This concept of games makes you think. Makes you think a lot. Makes you get involved. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's those concepts, those very simple things that people, I think, they just overlook. And these guys, let me tell you, they are not very strong, or not very. Have a lot of armor or defense, but man, they pack a punch and they can get really annoying really fast. Nice. So yeah, sorry for the ranting, but I think it's just something that I really enjoy in games, and I just don't think there's enough of them out there. And I think the beauty of it is that there's these, you know, low budget producers that are developers that are coming out. You know, there's just new software all the time that allows us to create games like this. And it's not insanely powerful, like graphic wise. Like, you're not going to need the 1070 NVIDIA's new 1070 to run it. But look at it, like the art style that's what's amazing about it. If you want to talk about graphics, look at the art style of this game. It's beautiful. It is really well done. I am very impressed. I give it 5 out of 5 every time. Don't know why I did that. I just got a little in my head, literally. But that since there's the availability of all this software, that producers they can make these games now. They can make these style of games, and at a low budget cost, because there's not an immense amount of direction towards graphics. I'm not saying this isn't a beautiful game. It is beautiful. It's well done, especially with the style utilized. But I'm getting some major frame rate issues here. Okay, there we go. But that's not what's important. Important is the functionality of the game and the enjoyability and the playability. That doesn't do anything. And again, they nailed it. Yo, actually, I never got this one. Very cool. These are just you're not gonna know what they are. You're not gonna know this before until later in the game. But basically, I can tell you right now, they're scriptures that you have to unlock. And I believe they unlock certain. There's an area at the end of the game. And this guy's a merchant, and he's the same thing. Again, no dialogue, 0 dialogue in the game, other than like a couple, like, press this button to do something. I'm guessing he was like a brood mother, I don't know, she. And yeah, again, no dialogue, 0 dialogue, just pictures. Figure it out. I love it. Yeah, very cool. So, big giant evil bird overlord. Basically became tired and destroyed everything, and I guess he's trying to take over, and this guy tried to protect the original eggs, maybe? I think. And yeah, so now we're gonna go and try and find the evil bird overlord, and we're gonna take care of him. Oh, and our mysterious dog. Yeah, you don't know what he's about. You'll kind of find out later on. And here it is, and this is very interesting. There's some tie between him, this guy, one of the other drifters, which, oh, I guess you don't know that yet either. You don't understand that he's a drifter. Oh, there's the extent of our enjoy your dialogue. Alright, so if you guys recall, yeah, those little cubes we were looking for. See anything else, Ori? Seems that he found one fighting black ominous creature, and he's fighting member sense. Okay. So yeah, those cubes we were looking for, we need to fight bosses or find them throughout the world. And then those little yellow things are actually upgrades. But again, this is stuff you wouldn't know until you played and you got through it a little bit. Very cool, very cool. Guys, I love this art style. All right, guys, let's head on in. All right. For some reason, anytime it goes in the loading session, I finger must catch back up. Here we go. All right. Now we have some these interesting little pros. You call them? Let's turn this down a little bit more. Be good. Oh yeah, the guys, the crows. And what's interesting, actually, speaking of which, these guys, I don't know if you are or will be possibly in the future, Metroid fans, they do remind me of the Chozo. And the Chozos are like some ancient bird race that was very particular of Samus Aran, who's our main protagonist in Metroid. Anyway. Let's continue ascending this this gorgeous landscape, this farscape. Oh, yeah, be careful, those will fall. Oh yeah. Yes, I think it's funny that I forgot. You also have life packs in this, so like medipacks. It's important to remember to use those. I think I can't remember the button is pressed for. So, I will button mash next time that happens. Yeah, the important thing is to keep moving, especially in these fights. You guys, hey, thank you, Robot. And we just completed an upgrade, so that will give us one upgrade we can use later on. Yeah, that little dude, he just kind of, every once in a while to say something like, they just give you a prompt on if you need it. It's like, hey, you should probably heal yourself, or like LB does something here, which I guess is cool and all. It's just a little prompting. It's something like total giveaway, which is nice. I also the secret areas in games like this, these overhead scrollers, kind of like a Secret of Mana or a Secret of Evermore. I love the secrets that are hidden behind like these the overgrowth. Oh, nice. Nice. No problem. Got wrecked. I think what's also very cool is that these, what a lot of games have done, but in the past, and I think maybe up to currently, they do like proximity damage, which is just kind of like easy way of I guess I want to say scaling difficulty, but guns fully charged from. Oh, cool. Oh. Ouch. Proximity damage, yeah. So basically, like if you touch something, forgot to heal again. I am no good at that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me explain proximity damage. So basically, and you already know what it is, just probably never heard the term before. Essentially, it's when you touch something and it does damage to you. I don't know. I think it was kind of a cop out for games to instead of having them kind of do something interesting like these guys are. These guys are telegraphing their movement, but it gives you, it's a level of difficulty that makes it so like it is. Ooh, it's not difficult. this. This is embarrassing. Really, I really want to make it to the boss for this episode, so let's not mess around here. But yeah, so these guys telegraph their movement. It kind of gives you like an opportunity to think. Opportunity, okay, when they do this, when they make that animation, that means that this is going to happen. This isn't just like, you can't just button mash run into things. Alright. Like these guys, very, very well thought out mob. They're not actually powerful, but they require timing, you know? They require a little bit of strategy to take on. Oh, and that's also really cool is that their own attacks will damage themselves. Like that's ingenious. Oh, and here's one of our checkpoints. Nice. Yep, and we'll show you some map. And I think we can go straight to the boss. I think. Alright, this is blockaded off, so I believe you go up and around. Yeah, they show you these areas. These are basically, when you unlock the entire area, it'll unlock the node down in the town. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this for you. I've already played through it. It's just a very enjoyable game, and I think it's cool that, like, you know, take, from my perception, someone who's already played through it and really enjoyed it, and I still find things. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you're a poor detective as a gamer. But I think it's really cool because I still find stuff, and I still find the game very interesting and very fun, and I would gladly play through it again. And I don't know if I'm going the right way. I think I'm supposed to go up and over into a cave. This will actually, I think this takes us, yeah, we're not going to go this way. I think this goes all the way back to the start. So let's not do that. So yeah, guys, tutorials. I'm glad that there's kind of like, this is like this new age of bit games, low bit games, is the end of these tutorials. They are putting them to shame, and I gotta say, it's really, I think it's really good for the market. I think it's good for the community, the art style, everything. It's really beneficial. It kind of, like, you know, it's back to basics. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, if you guys saw, Super Metroid-esque there, or Metroid-esque, huh? Oh! So I was looking down my phone to check my time. We are doing okay. It looks like there's something else in this corner. What is... Oh, nice! Oh yeah. And it's good. It's important to find these upgrades. They're very, 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 very beneficial. Always good to find them. Nice. I'll make sure I do better due diligence to my my health, because I seem to be lacking in that area. Oh, speaking of which. Oh yeah. Wreck the base. Whoop, whoop. And some people might be looking at this like, man, this is kind of pointless. You just dash around and hit things. Yeah, you do. And that's one of the cool things about the game, is that it's simplistic, but yet so complex, especially on like a story level. And it's one of those games that you could play through. You could do a speed run, which I really like about this game, which I think I might end up doing at some point, is performing a speed run on it. But it's one of those games that you could do a speed run, and you could, you can go insane. There'd be just drastic differences between people's times, just because there is a level of skill and timing involved. And if you can't time it right, you're toast, man. You're toast. These guys seem to just really walk on these areas, and yep. Huh. See ya. Pop some of these boxes up. Pop in, and, yeah. Cool. Nothing. Classic. Yeah, I don't know if you can make those. And again, see that's something I don't think at any point yet have you dashed to the up and to the left or up into a diagonal. So the fact that it makes you do that, like you have to actually think about it. Again, I've already played through, so I know. But for somebody who hasn't, it's one of those things that you just learn something without even realizing, without the game even saying, like, hey, go up here and press up, left, dash. You know, you just figured you had to do it because like, I have to progress further because there's no other direction. Again, I feel like those are very important concepts that are lost on just gaming in general. And I think it becomes more and more prevalent as time goes on that we have kind of like these real sad games out. Alright. This can be, I believe this is a pretty intense room. I feel like such a noob because like now I know what they're doing, I know they're telegraphing, and I'm not doing anything about it. Like that? Is that pretty slick or what? Into me too. Nice. Unstoppable. Oh. Alright, okay. It's getting pretty intense. Doing okay. Plenty of med packs around here. I think there might be like some sort of challenge or something, maybe in game that like do not grab the med packs. Is this unlocked yet? No, not unlocked yet. What are we waiting on? What do we got? Oh, yes. You're supposed to be really strong, and you're like, if you don't know, like you typically when you first see a mob, you give it a chance to like kind of attack, I guess, see what it can do. In this case, I learned right away. Don't do that. Just take care of it because you don't want to know what it can do. But yeah, normally like I would have let that guy like, well, what's that new mob? Let's see what he does, and he would have got the old rocket launcher. But we didn't give him an opportunity to do that. Nice. So we pull one of these cores out, and it's a piece of the puzzle. And if you may have not noticed, or sorry, you may have noticed that there are a handful of doors on our way up here that had like little insignias on them, and some of them had different amounts of that symbol, that insignia, filled out. So the more you unlock those, the more doors you gain access to. And some of them aren't completely 100% necessary. You don't have to unlock all the doors. They have treasures behind them, things that can help benefit you in your journey, but you don't have to do it. And I think it's a pretty cool part. It's like essentially the side quests. Like I feel like they died. They died a long time ago. And again, these games are trying to bring it back. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did, and I'm going to continue playing through this all the way to the end, and I'm going to try to record everything, try to take as little editing out of it as possible. That way we can enjoy this all together. I know Hyper Light Drifter is a great game, and if you haven't got it yet, go pick it up. It's cheap. It's on Steam. It's an indie game. He's a supported developer. It goes to a good cause. The guy's great at what he does, and I hope that he, at some point, continues making more material or continues to update this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.